and beat Scar 3-1 to get into this top 8. His opponent, Revetleafing, who's also a man on fire.
Yeah, Revet 3-0 over Kakashi. Killer 3-1 over Anya Lewis. Hold on.
What do you think?
That you don't have a choice.
Begin.
Leafing actually 3-2 over OMGX Bidon, lost 3-1 to Honeybee, and then wins over Vex, Dragon, and Honeybee. As we talked about before, Young Monster and Revetleafing, they are brothers. They both took out Dragon, and they both took out Honeybee. And now we're here in this top 8. Nubcakes getting some damage. Has a little bit of a health lead. Catched him with that slide. Converts off the trait bat, almost 300 damage. And here we go into Revetleafing business. The leaps, the claws, the damage. We have seen so much damage.
Revet, even going back to the first game he competed in, Mortal Kombat X, he loves these characters that can be everywhere and anywhere, all over the screen, throwing a lot of mind games. The way that he plays the game is so fast. Mentally, he's always thinking ahead and always throwing something at you, and I love the way that Revet plays both of these games. It's at a pace above so many other players. But Nubcakes has one of the best, if not the best character in the game at shutting down all these shenanigans with the trait, with the up batarangs. But Revet keeping up with Nubcakes here. Dead even, 1 bar of health left in this first game. It's been back and forth.
Yeah, we're dead even here, but not now. We're going to see some damage and a potential one more mix. Oh, traits up. This is dangerous territory for Nubcakes if he gets hit. Ooh, and the challenge is down 2. And this, oh my God, so much damage. Meter burn 4-3s just all over the place. Nubcakes trying to find something, 4 bars, and a clash at his disposal.
You do know how to hunt.
I'm Batman.
Now, Nubcakes can do some really good damage here if he chooses to. Burns 2 bars, going to do 25%.
And oh my God, low profile, the people's elbow somewhere. Rock's eyebrow just went up. That was ridiculous. Revetleafing, the claws are out tonight. On the loser side of top 8, up 1-0 on Nubcakes. These guys are showing up. And what a season they've had so far. They were just a hair quieter in season number 1 than they were in Combat Cup, but I like how they're coming out here in season 2 swinging. Again, the characters that they main have always been, floating around that tier list. And now that tier list seems to have shrunk just a little bit into where, some of the guys at the bottom have started to come up, and a couple of top kind of coming down. There's a little bit less of a competitive pool there to where their characters that they've been playing since day 1, they could compete with some of these characters. A little more, Batman being one of them with less access to trait is a real big deal.
No word on the street, Aquaman. Batman is still S tier. That's what I'm hearing. But, I don't know. Sometimes you can't trust everything you hear or read, but I mean, Nubcakes, he's been sticking with Batman the whole way. I think he picked Black Adam one time, but that was it.
There's some damage from Rico Nubcakes. Beautiful conversion. 390 damage. That's some big boy damage from Bats. And in the corner we go. Conversions on deck. We saw Nubcakes with a few drops there on Sunday, but definitely looking really clean here early on. And air escaping the last bit of damage. I think he only saved himself from about 70 damage there. Not too sure about that air escape from him.
Yeah, she did have that trait active, did Cheetah, but it's scary, man. She's got that trait, and you just hear those claws ripping through. So much damage. But, like you talked about, character specialists like Revetleafing, very nice punish there by Nubcakes.
Don't waste my time.
As you talked about, character specialists, sticking with their characters even when they were bad. When those characters get a little bit of help and they're good, it's dangerous when you got to go against them.
Don't be so sure.
Leafing going to spend 2 bars, get 25% back. Definitely not out of this thing. Cheetah is very Flash-like where, if you really don't ever have a health lead, and we've seen it so many times with Revetleafing, so many times.
Absolutely huge damage. Comeback potential is insane. This man's got pounces. He's got grabs. Backdashes galore. So many different ways to mix you up once he gets in. Even full screen. If you don't have a projectile to keep her out, she can just backdash and keep throwing mind games. Because Batman's one of the few characters that have these upward projectiles in the batarangs. The mechanical bats. They really do help in shutting her down. And here we go. Some plus frames here for Nubs. Good push block. Right when the tray comes out. And oh no!
Oh, and tried to mix. trying to come in from the other side really fast. Nubcakes going to tie it up 1-1. Nubcakes with the answer. And I know Nubcakes from last week. You know, he made it very far in that top 8. And he looked like he was about to make it to the grand finals. I mean, he was playing that good.
He was.
So I know, you know, he wants that run back. He wants to make it to that grand finals and potentially take the week. But he's got to get through Revetleafing first.
Yeah,
But solid game there from him.
Revet and Young have really made War of the Gods and Combat Cup here, you know, kind of their home. This is actually almost their territory. They're here each and every single week, no matter what it seems, and always making a name for themselves, always making these top 8s, the finales, and doing a great job of it. So shout out to them for being here and supporting us the entire way through.
Tries to go for a sweep. Another sweep. Catches Nubcakes. Revetleafing backing up, gaining some space between the two. Now Nubcakes has Revetleafing in the corner. Wake up. Tries to mix up with that jump 2, cross up. So does Revetleafing.
And even there had the plus frames, and it looked like it was a read on that backdash. Oh my goodness, I love it when he gets tricky with these grabs to cancel. First time I've seen that from Revet. Amazing stuff there. And Mixed City has begun population Nubcakes right now, and here we go.
Oh no. And this, okay.
The goddess will be
We've talked about it a
pleased.
million times, Aquaman. When you beat Revetleafing, it's literally almost the wrong thing to do because Leafing he turned Super Saiyan, man. I don't know what else to say.
It only makes him
you-
stronger.
It's a scary thing, but here we go. Oh, and a nice parry by Nubcakes. Made him burn the bar as well. And this should potentially have the damage. Almost. That battering will close it out.
Don't waste my time.
Nice way to evade the barrel is Nubcakes. That little extra hang time in the air. Catches Nubcakes with the low. Revetleafing is mixing it up here.
Trying to kill me?
I relish the challenge.
Good block there.
Oh,
and
a
the
nice punish.
One of the best punishing launching strings in existence. That stand one from Batman. One of the best things to do after blocking anything in the game, really.
Yeah,
They
so
oh my gosh,
fast.
that may have been the first
Ooh.
time someone called that out from Revetleafing with a neutral jump. Amazing stuff.
Okay.
Doesn't get the reset, though. Unfortunate. That added almost
Oh my
no
God.
damage on for 2 bars. Revetleafing does have 4 bars of meter, does sharpen up. And you cannot get hit here if you're Nubcakes. A couple of meter burn cancels, and you can die here.
Oh no! Oh no! This is bad. He's gonna burn all this meter. And if it's not enough damage, he is gonna continue to burn the meter. What's the mix? Nubcakes gets himself out of there. Punish!
You can't escape me.
I'm way ahead of you.
Are they both gonna burn 1? Okay. And Leafing somehow has the health lead. Nubcakes
my
did so
goodness,
much work,
there was
and
a
then
whiff
Leafing
punish
just
right
came and
there.
mixed it.
In front of him, put the chip out on the down 1 DP. Revetleafing taking
Wow.
game number 3 here. Amazing play from
Okay.
both of these players. Down to the wire. Revetleafing now within striking distance of eliminating Nubcakes. Amazing stuff. He put himself in a great position, came off all the resources that he could. I half expected a couple of meter burn cancels with how much he was sitting on. Revet's definitely known for it. But used his resources well and even had some left for the wager to keep himself even. I was able to chip out with that DP because if he didn't, that would have been lights out. That was a calculated kill there by Revetleafing.
Yeah, sitting on that little. I mean, both of them were sitting on such little damage. Revetleafing doing his homework, knowing exactly how much chip damage what he was going to do. And here we are. Leafing up 2-1. Nubcakes, now it's in his court. This one's really gone back and forth so far. 1 win apiece. Now we're 2-1. So we'll see. Nubcakes got to turn it around here. Take us to a game 5. Potentially take the set. Who knows? There's a lot of damage on this stage, though.
Wake up DP. Already trying to set a tone here is Revet. Trying to keep Nubcakes guessing every single chance he can. Changing things up. I like the way that Revet has approached this matchup. And you haven't seen too much zoning here from Nubcakes. Usually you see an onslaught of up batarangs. And that's about it. Great down 2.
That was a scary air tech that he did as well. He did the up air tech. Surprise. Oh, and Leafing got caught with that trait bat trying to go for a punish.
Nubcakes turning up the aggression here.
People's elbow.
Walking straight in on Revetleafing. Even here full screen, he's only thrown one up batarang, and then he's made an approach every single time. Getting very aggressive. What a conversion by Revet. All of Revet.
That may have been a punish on the trait load, I think. Ooh.
And that was some big damage for a 2-hit ender. Oh my goodness. And got the side switch. Revetleafing stop.
Still trying to kill me?
My hunger will be sated.
Nubcakes only has a bar there. Oh, and Leafing got the punish that time. Nubcakes did the exact same thing at the beginning of this match. Nice up batarang. Nubcakes got to get something going. 300 damage left. If Leafing touches him one time, it very well may be over.
He has to keep him grounded, and he has to keep him in this corner. If you let Revetleafing run wild here, it could be a bad day at the office.
My vengeance cannot be stopped.
Don't be so sure.
I probably wouldn't even spin anything, but I'm not in the match. I highly expected him not to spin anything and just keep it, but okay, he got his one bar back. Oh, and caught the backdash. That may very well be it. Tries the air tech. He's still alive. Catch him with the low. All the lows. Oh, no, and just got crossed up. Not sure. Maybe tried to hit a button there. Maybe just got hit by it. Revetleafing takes it 3-1 over Nubcakes.